To understand what I'm about to tell you, you need to do something first. You need to believe in the impossible. Can you do that?
Welcome to the DCTV Report for the week ending Saturday, September 9th, 2017. I'm Edward O'Hare, nickname to be determined. This week we had a penultimate episode. Ooh, exciting. Plus I had a fun retro pick from last decade that you can stream on Hulu. Let's jump right in. Monday, Preacher, the penultimate episode. Eugene was able to find his self-confidence and beat the Hell-o-projector, escaping with Hitler into Hell's ventilation system. Hoover released the Saint of Killers and unleashed him on our heroes. Everyone took a licking, but the day was saved by Miss Mannering, who dragged the cursed gunslinger back to Hell as a favor to Starr. Afterwards, the Pope announced to the world that God was absent, but a new savior may be on the way. Starr had Cassidy and Tulip brought to his office and explained his plans for Jesse to be that savior. Tulip and Cassidy tried to warn Jesse that they hated this idea and would not join him on this journey, but Jesse was adamant that this was his destiny. Last minute reveal, feeling abandoned by his friends, Jesse decided to join Starr and begin taking his place as the Messiah. Now for this week's retro pick, Smallville, Season 3, Episode 14, Obsession, which first aired February 14th, 2004. Written by Holly Harold and directed by James Marshall. So this is the Smallville, the Aughts series, which is about the early days of a young Clark Kent in high school and later college. This episode is in the early part of the series when it was basically a Freak of the Week type show. So almost every week, a different person in Smallville will have been affected by meteor radiation, and it gives them special powers, and Clark has to deal with it. This week, it was Alicia Baker, one of Clark's classmates, who turns out has the ability to transport, teleportation, kind of like a Nightcrawler type thing, and Clark reveals his powers to her, and they sort of become lovey-dovey. In fact, the doe eyes in the first half of this episode are, it's very Archie Comics, like, almost painful, if it wasn't funny. It's very funny, just to see Clark Kent smitten, and this girl get really, really excited, and you realize, oh, she's crazy! And it kind of goes south. It goes a little Fatal Attraction here. There's also a subplot where Lana's investigating this tenant of hers named Adam, who's spying on her and Clark. This is a fun episode. It's basic early Smallville, for what it is. The early episodes of this show, I don't know if they're good for binging, just because they're very episodic, they're very separate, they're kind of the same story over and over again, but they're told really well. Yeah, the only thing that's weird about this is the solution at the end involves lead paint, which I'm not sure in 2004 how Clark Kent might have gotten his hands on it, because I think it was made illegal in the early 90s, but you don't worry about that. Science, yeah, it's a WB show. But this episode ends with a real gut punch that talks about loneliness that you don't really expect from a teen genre show. But I think it pulls it off really nicely. This is sort of when I started to tail off on Smallville, so it was interesting just to get back into that groove. I always mean to intend to go back, because I know they introduced a lot of classic characters, and I haven't yet. I will one day. But so check this out if you get the chance, and that's the DCTV Report for this week. You can find me here and on the Wicked Theory podcast, live every Saturday night at 7 p.m. Eastern on Mixlr. Feel free to download us wherever good podcasts are given away for free, and visit us at wickedtheory.com. I'm Edward O'Hare, and this has been a Wicked Theory Studios production.